Another criminal charge for the Farmington Valley Developer accused of taking clients' money with no intention of building them homes. The I-Team has been reporting on this developer since October, bringing you every new development as it happens. Here's Chief Investigative Reporter Sam Smink. Sam.
Steph, William Ferrigno has been charged with larceny after police say he took $180,000 from a prospective buyer and failed to build them a home. In his arrest report, the homeowner says he went to police and after seeing a news report about Ferrigno's arrest. We were there when he was first arrested in October. This is video of Ferrigno turning himself into Avon police then. The charges have piled up since. With this new larceny charge, Ferrigno now faces 3 counts of larceny and 4 counts of failing to return a deposit. According to his latest arrest report, Ferrigno signed a contract with his client to build a property on Lofgren Road in Avon. The client paid him $180,000 for the land, but police say Ferrigno never owned the land when he signed the contract, and according to them, Ferrigno intentionally defrauded the victim with no intention to complete the contract. Adding up Ferrigno's criminal charges, police say he took around $1 million from different clients. Civilly, he's facing around 35 civil actions from clients and subcontractors alleging he owes them money. We've reached out to his attorney. We have not heard back. Sam Smink, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.